So a few months ago, I learned of something called the Blackpill, and one of the more popular people I seen in the space was a dude who goes by Wheat Waffles, and his definition of the Blackpill seems to be what many others in that space follow as well.
I can summarise the entire Blackpill ideology in just these 3 points. Number 1. A woman will decide if a man is date-worthy or not in roughly half a second. Number 2. You cannot change a woman's mind once it's already been made up. Lastly, number 3, all women share the same mind. These 3 statements alone can pretty much summarise the entire narrative of the Black Pill. Let's break it down further. We'll start with number 1. A woman will make up her mind in less than half a second. This is effectively saying that a woman's decision is based entirely on what can be seen on the outside. She'll take one glance at you and decide within a split second either yes or no.
Now, out of all the things I've seen from the manosphere and men's spaces, the Black Pill is probably one of the more difficult ones to listen to. I mean, that stuff had me questioning my own jawline for a bit. Like, there's this thing called mewing where it's like this exercise you do with your mouth, and it had me looking crazy. Now, within this space, there's something called looks maxing, and looks maxing is pretty much a person doing as much as possible to increase their looks, whether it be naturally, like going to the gym, or through surgery. And I would imagine that when it comes to this, most guys just go to the gym. Now, cosmetic surgery is usually associated with women. You know, BBLs are a big thing now. Like, a lot of ladies are walking around with butts about 1,000 times the size of their heads. But now there's something for men, which is, in my opinion, like the man version of a BBL, because now you got guys getting fake abs, and Bandman Kevo is one of those guys.
Did you do it for the look or other people, or you did it for yourself?
Myself. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
You had a lot of money. You always had a lot of money
since 2009. So let me tell you, I got cheated on a lot.
Really?
By a lot of like guys with better bodies.
Really?
Yeah. Just to be honest, I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Did them niggas have a bag?
You said what?
So if you were a chick, you obviously, nigga, your name is Bandman Kevo. You got the bag.
I got the bag.
Whatever.
It didn't make me feel bad. But
did them niggas that your shorty or whoever fucked, did they have the bag too?
No.
What?
Here we have Bandman Kevo, and though I'm not familiar with him like that, I would imagine he's making a lot of money, and he's still saying he's having issues with infidelity from people he was in relationships with. Now, I think what he's talking about here is proof that men shouldn't lead with their wallets. Now, I'm not saying he did, but given that he had money regardless, that still wasn't enough to stop infidelity from happening.
It's like, I understand. I was just like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I got the money, I'm rich, I got this, I got that. I don't give a fuck. Like, shit, it's your loss. But at the same time, I'm just looking at, like, we guys. So you gonna kind of look at a person like, damn, this person is really in shape. Especially if that person is like a weightlifter, like type of, like, okay, when you look at I don't know what type of women you like, but when we look at a woman we like, we usually like a nice set of titties and a nice ass, a flat stomach. We don't want nothing weird.
Yeah.
Women are the same way.
Point number 2. You cannot change a woman's mind. So obviously, we've stated that we have our first impressions, but that's not the whole story, because obviously you're going to have long-term information as well. As you get to know somebody more, you're going to find more about their personality. The man might be able to use game and his pickup skills to be able to build attraction. Money is a factor. Status, your social circles, what sort of interests you have, your goals, your hobbies, what talents you have. Do you have a lot in common? So the point is, on top of all of these first impressions, you also have this long-term info that also needs to be taken into account. But it's a huge misconception that people think that if they get these things wrong, that you'll be able to compensate and save yourself by having lots of points in these departments. And most of these are things that you can improve in. And by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, anything that I've highlighted in purple is something that you are very limited in terms of changing. You are pretty much stuck with the hand that you were dealt with. And I say that this is a misconception because it is near impossible for you to win her over by compensating with any of these things. The way I see it instead is that both of these 2 stages should be seen as 2 separate filters. You need to be able to get through filter 1 to be able to reach filter 2. But if you never get past filter 1, then it is impossible for you to get through filter 2. It's pointless having all of these things which can potentially build attraction if the attraction wasn't there to begin with.
we got to be honest with ourselves.
A lot of times they don't vocalize it though.
But I don't know why, but they really. You ever?
So
have you ever been on the shade room? Have you ever been on the shade room?
Yeah.
And you will see something and somebody showing in a box. Okay,
these bitches be thirsty for Safari, man.
Okay,
what the fuck?
In Elite Chopper.
Yeah.
Remember when this viral picture came out and all these thirsty ass girls was under there?
I was reading the comments. What's up with these hoes?
Okay, now they just posted some guy in the kitchen, like a chef, on the shade room or something, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's giving.
All right, so I took a trip to the shade room to see if I could find what he was talking about. And I see in the shade room they have something that's like dedicated to actors and entertainers from the 90s. And it seems like a lot of women were in there crushing on Method Man.
Method Man and Zaddy for sure. They're all aging like fine wine, but Method Man, woo child.
Bandman Kevo might be on to something.
Point number 3. All women share the same mind. If we dissect this, it's pretty much saying that attractiveness is objective, that women are going to be in agreement of what the things that are attractive are. You can break this down in terms of height, in terms of face, in terms of body. And the point is, women are usually going to have the same opinions for what is attractive and what isn't attractive.
I've been with girls that act like money didn't mean shit to them. Oh, money don't mean nothing. Money don't mean nothing. No money don't mean nothing. You got cheated with a nigga with a better body than you, or a nigga with more money than you.
Now, though I think there's a lot of truth that seems to be spoken about in the Blackpill, I think men should proceed with caution again, because I can see how this kind of stuff can lead to all kinds of insecurities and anxiety. Though it's helpful, it could also hinder progress as well, in my opinion. But anyways, that's it for now. If you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out.